Hi everyone, this is Sabrina. I'm here with a swap share. I'm probably going to forget a bunch of stuff. I've been trying to kind of script myself a little bit, or at least make bullet points, and I didn't do that now. I'm just going to go with the flow. So if you see anything and you have a question about something, just comment below and I'll go look for whatever I need to look for and respond to your question. I'm forgetting everything already. So this is a one-on-one swap. Did I do too much? I did. Did I overdo it? I did. But let me tell you why. This I'm swapping with Sharing More, who is Ebony. By the way, I have a cold, so please excuse the sound of my voice. I've never swapped with Ebony before, and I'm late. Not only am I late, but Ebony sent her stuff out in advance. Never having swapped with me before, so I've been sitting, my package is right over there. I've been waiting to dig into my package, but I refuse to go through everything until I finished with mine. So not only am I late, but she sent hers in advance, and she has been so kind and so patient. And to me, that's what the swapping is about. It's about, for me, it's been about connecting with people, building relationships and building friendships. It's not just about me posting videos on YouTube, but it's a way for me to become a part of this community, but also to build friendships with people who like some of the same things that I like. And so in my mind, her being so patient and so willing to send out her stuff without having swapped with me before, to me, I want to make the wait worth her while. So yeah, I did a little bit extra, and I think that she deserved it. So with that being said, let me kind of get into what we have here. So these two tags I made, and there's still a couple, I added some little things, so there's a couple things still drying. I did do it double-sided, but I left the back kind of plain so that she can, you know, spruce it up herself if she wanted to. And I actually smudged there, so I hope you do put something on the back, Ebony. It's not horrible because the color kind of, it matches. It's the same color as the snowflakes, but you might want to cover that up. So again, like I said, I'm probably gonna forget a bunch of stuff. The paper, I know that it's not coming through on the camera. I'm almost positive it's not, but I used this Perfect Pearls, and I'm gonna get into that in a minute. And the Perfect Pearls kind of gave the paper this kind of glittery, iridescent, sparkly on the actual paper, so I put that on there. I have some of that, what do you call that? It's confetti. Some of that confetti that they have in Hobby Lobby. I really need the glitter glass. They have this German glitter glass that I haven't been able to purchase, but then I saw that people are hauling the glitter glass that Recollections has at Tuesday morning, but I haven't been able to go shop, so just saying, I need some of that. I need to go look for some of that glitter glass, but I use the confetti instead, and I don't know what's coming through in the camera or not. I made these tile pieces. These are the tile pieces that every time I make them, I love how they come out. I'm going to try to do a process video. They're very simple to make. It's just a matter of cutting the canvas that for me is the most tedious part. So it has a pocket in the back, and I included like one tile in each of the tags in the pocket, and it's not Christmas related because I keep forgetting we're only going into August. So Thanksgiving will be coming up, the whole autumn. I know some people do Halloween. I don't really do Halloween, but anyway, just I put a non-related tile in the back of each of these. This here is pretty much the same style. I use the same paper pack, which I got out of Hobby Lobby. I put some bling on it. I use snowflakes. I use the liquid pearls. The confetti is on there, the tile, and then on both of them I use like little chipboard sayings. I did leave a space, so I always like to give a person options, and the idea is that, you know, if you have another little embellishment, I say you, like I'm talking to you, Ebony, but it is you. So if you have like another image or a type of embellishment, you know, something to make the tag your own if you want to give it away, that you can put on here. And I haven't done it yet, but I always include an extra little, like a small to and from tag, so that you don't have to put to and from on the actual tag. I'm going to set these aside because they are still drying. Okay, so here, also, I'm not going to go through everything in the bag. You know, we say no peeking and we put no peeking, but I know for me it's hard to resist. So I'm going to keep some stuff kind of, I'm not going to go into everything, so I can leave a little bit of a surprise for some of the things that Ebony's going through. Not only that, again, like I said, for me, this is, I'm connecting with the person. The swap is not just about, for me, it's not just about look what I made and look what I'm giving, but it's a way to connect with that person. So as she goes through her through the bags, you know, she can share according to her discretion. So I decorated each of these bags. I used some, my first layer didn't quite work out. I used the Stampendous. It's actually a beach themed heat embossing kit, and I used this white embossing powder. It's chunky embossing powder, but once I melted it, I didn't quite like the way it looked. And then I used these little snowballs that they have in Hobby Lobby, and I did that on all of the bags. I made this tag. It's kind of a, I always say the wrong word, and it's hilarious to me. I always say multimedia. Mixed media. It's sort of a mixed media. I used the Distress inks. I used another embossing powder, but I forget which, and it came out looking like paint. So the idea was more of a mixed media look on this tag. In here, like I said, I'm not going to open everything up. There's tags. There's a different set of tags in here, and really I like to use these tags kind of like cutouts. So if you have another image, you could use the hat and attach it, or I use these as like what would be my extra tags. So if I'm making a tag, I would use this because they have the to from on the back. There's a little Santa Claus in there with movable arms and legs, and then I just made the little topper on the top, and it opens from the bottom. These here, again, there's a ton of tags in here, but really I gave a lot because I had a lot, and I still have too many. So again, if you want to re-gift these, Ebony, be my guest. But I use these, if you see here, I like to cut off the edges and use them as bag toppers, and as I adhere them, because I do a front and the back. As I was adhering it, I said I should have just adhered one to the front, one to the back, and then I adhered it together so you could see the whole thing on the front and the back. You live and you learn. I cut them apart and use these as sentiments. I tend to, I'm noticing as I was doing this Christmas theme swap, what is it, loaded bags, as I was doing these, I'm noticing that I don't tend to go with these traditional colors. I'll do red, but like this traditional green, I notice I don't do a lot of that. I don't have a lot of those colors because I don't know, I guess I just don't buy within that color scheme. But so this here is intended to be a kit, but with options. So I'm going to unpackage, but I'm not going to package it back on camera because we'll be here forever. Okay, so here, these are those, Hobby Lobby has something, what is it called? Sacks. Okay, well, I can't even find the I can't find the bag, but these are the I get these bags at a Hobby Lobby. These boxes I had, and I embossed the boxes. So there's 8 of each. There's 4 striped, 4 polka dot, and then there's 8 of these boxes. And I embossed these. I kind of think that it's cool because you can see the embossing inside of the box as well. So she can either use the bags or the boxes, or use the bags and the boxes together. These little embellished gift tags, I think, yeah, these were from Target. And I like to put these on top of a piece of cardstock and cut them out just to give them, you know, to make them a little bit more sturdier, and then use them like as bag toppers or something like that. And then in here, okay, so I made tags. I had the shape. I had these shapes. I punched a heart out. I used that same heart punch and punched out a gold glitter heart and I adhered it. And then I heat embossed this sentiment, and I went around the edges of the tag with this embellishment mousse. This one is Indian gold. I have so many colors of this stuff. I don't even know how many I have. But I didn't have the gold paint pen, or what they call the leafing pen. This, I like this. It dries fast. It gives it a sheen. I just really like this embellishment mousse. So I edged around each of the tags and I heat embossed that stamp. So these were from some little, they were tags, and I believe I got them at the Dollar Tree. And I take off the little dimensional part. So the one that's on the little pop, the little, golly, y'all know that little thing right there. The idea with this is that you can, if you wanted to, you can take one of these and cover it if you don't want that. If you don't want that, to use that sentiment there. Sorry for reaching. So, like, if you didn't want to use that, you can take the heart off and adhere. We all know, you know, adhere it to a piece of paper and then cut around it, and then you can still have the tag and change the paper. Or what I like to do, like, I see how I cut this extra, and you know, you make your hole, and then you have like that little decorative piece showing through on the heart, and then you still have the back. Or you can use the front and decorate the back. So the idea is just to give options that she can use these tags. She can either use them as they are, with the bags and the boxes, or she can kind of spruce it up and make it her own. And here is just some gold foil ribbon, and I put a little jingle bell on it. So that would be, you know, for the tag part. I made these little rosettes. This one says joyful, and I try to keep it, you know, all gold so that they would coordinate. They're plain so that she can put, I thought there was another one somewhere, she can put an embellishment on it, or she could use one of these and use this embellishment on there. The idea is just to give options, to have enough stuff in the kit to use either readily or to switch it up. I added the gold, these gold snowflakes, which are actually little ornaments, but they match with the theme, and some twine, gold and white twine. So I'm going to move this aside so that oh, here is the other one, so that I can continue, and I will repackage off camera. So I'm going to move this out the way. This here is my favorite embellishment mousse, and the color on this one is fresh copper. I'm sending this color because, again, I'm trying to keep in mind that this is Christmas in July, so technically we got all of these, you know, we got fall and autumn and other things coming up. So it's brand new. Some of the ones that I've purchased brand new, when I open them, there's a little bit of a discoloration on the foil. I don't know if it's because it's sitting, you know, I don't know where they have these sitting, but this is a brand new tube. So when you open it, if it looks discolored, you know, I think it's just from sitting. Kind of squish it around probably with a little, what do you call, one of those little paint palettes or whatever, because the consistency should be like butter as you're using it. So I put that in there. There's a paper pad. Like I said, I'm not going over everything. These little gift tags and some more gift labels. So then here, I made these little snowflakes, which I love how they came out. These snowflakes I made with this is my favorite things die set. And I believe it was like a bundle. I can't remember. I think I bought this last year. And then they have the stamps to go with it. And I can't remember if the sayings came with it or if I purchased them separately. But it's the snowflakes stamp and die set. I punched those. I cut them out on, well, I stamped them first. This is also my favorite things, glitter paper. I love this glitter paper. I finished the blue. This is silver, but it's so smooth. It is so smooth, and I love the glitter, and the cardstock is sturdy. This is I love this glitter paper. Some of the best glitter paper I've found, and that's from my favorite things. So I stamped them on the glitter paper, and then I cut them out, the die set, and I believe they are meant to. I buy stuff, I think like everybody. I tell my husband, that's why I have to go shopping even if I don't need it right now, because I'll go into my stash and I'll find stuff that I didn't use, that I haven't used, and then it's like, oh my gosh, you know, it's like I have something new. So anyway, I stamped them out with this Hero Arts Unicorn pigment ink. To me, this is some of the best white ink. If you need white pigment ink, try the Hero Arts Unicorn. So I stamped it out with that, and then I cut them out with the die set, and then I layered them on top of each other with little, why can't I remember, the foam dots. There you go. So here I didn't layer them, I took them apart. Sending a snowfall of blessings your way, little reindeer. These are the, this is that star, the spiked star that I did a process video on. And then in here are some, I'm trying not to pull everything out. And here are some of the wreaths that I made. Actually, should I take it out? Let me take this out. I just put it in a bag and put a topper. I used the chipboard wreath and then popped up the word joy. And this one in here, I made like a little ornament. So I adhered jewelry bales on the top and the bottom, and put a little charm on there so you can actually use it as an ornament or not, whatever you choose. Okay, here, oh my god, this is the cutest thing ever. This is so cute. So I make TNs, and I'll put all the links in the description box, but I do the TNs using Bona Live Love Scrap, using her tutorial, and I've adjusted to make them bigger, but it never crossed my mind to make them smaller. So this was not my idea. I got this idea from Kimpossible. Is it Kimpossible? I believe it's Kimpossible. I think I'm saying it right, but I'm gonna link her video below. And I didn't use her dimensions. I used the idea to make a teeny tiny TN for little note cards. How stinking cute is that? Okay, so then, and I have to make a few adjustments with the bulk. Like I may not do 3 eyelets. I might just do 2 next time. And I squeezed a couple of the eyelets way too hard, so they came apart. Yeah, I'm telling on myself because it's visible. But I still think it came out cute. And these, okay, these are those same cards that I had gotten out of the Dollar Tree. And they're intended to be tags. So they have the little pop-up piece in the front, and then they had the pieces in the back. I took those out because to me it's a little note card. It's a little 2x2 note card. So I made the envelopes. I don't have the mini envelope punch board, but you can do these using the regular envelope punch board. I cut a 4x4 piece of paper and I punched at 2. I punched at 2. I know there has to be some type of formula, but I'm not great with math. You know, I can add, subtract, multiply, divide, but trying to figure out, you know, formulas and dimensions is not my thing. I just guessed, and I happened to guess correctly so that this little envelope fits a 2x2. That's if you don't have the mini punch board. I don't even know what's the largest one on the mini envelope punch board. I don't know what the largest envelope is, but this works perfect for a 2x2 card. My first dimensions, I punched at 7/8 or something like that, and it fit. The envelope's over there, but I'm not going to get up. It did fit, but it was very close, and then the space was here. The extra space was here. So punching at 2, it gives me a little bit more space on top, and it fits the card perfectly. So I made the envelope. Okay, and I used these perfect pearls, and I meant to show something on the other, on the kit, which I didn't, and I'm not going to go back. These perfect pearls, I bought these and I never used them, and I guarantee that I'm not even using it correctly now. So I bought these and I didn't use them, and I was looking for something. I didn't have gold. I was looking for like a gold pigment ink, and I didn't have anything gold in my stash. So I said, let me try this perfect pearls, and I stamped out, that's I think that's a Hero Arts stamp. The little stamp here is from Lawn Fawn, but I stamped it out with the medium, and then I just went over it with the perfect pearls, and it's like magic. Like, it's so cute to me. I just love, they kind of, it's a, can you see how there's a shine to it? So I don't know, I might come back and do a video on these perfect pearls. I know they've been out for a while, and like I said, I almost guaranteed that I'm using it incorrectly, but it's awesome. This was like, this came in so perfect. Again, it was one of those things I bought and never used, and I shopped my stash and I had something brand new. So I'm loving those perfect pearls. So those are the little note cards. Okay, so I show my husband and he says, oh, he's like, is that tea? So of course he gives me the brilliant idea. I'm gonna make some of these, and I'm gonna make the little envelopes according, you know, size appropriate, and make a little tea packs, a little TN for holding teas. And then he says, oh, well, this would be perfect for 12 days of Christmas. Every once in a while, we'll do like a 12 days of Christmas. And like, I'll give him a little something, or we'll pick, you know, one of us and give them a little something each of the 12 days. But he's like, oh, you can have 12 notes for like the 12 days of Christmas. So then I, building upon that, people do the Advents. This would be so cute to do the little Advent envelopes for each day. How awesome is that? To me, I think this was so cute. All right, so that's that. This is some more of the spike stars that I made. And then I already went on and on about these snowflakes. This here, I left the bag plain again so that maybe Ebony can use it. I'm not going to go through everything in here. It's just some little, you know, it's little things, crafty things that paper crafters like to use. So I'm not going to go through everything there. And then here's some stickers. These are enamel shapes from Echo Park. These Mambi chips, and it's like a 3 or 4 pack. I got these, I believe, out of Michael's. I got some of these from the Dollar Tree, and again, not Christmas themed, but I think you can use these. You can embellish these and make them Christmas themed, but since fall is coming up, I'm sharing some of those. Let me see. And some more stickers. So these are like labels, and these little snowmen, they are so cute. And then these were from the Dollar Tree, and then some more labels, and then these Merry Christmas labels. So a bunch of labels you can kind of slap on tags or regift. And all right, I'm not gonna try to repackage everything. And to be honest, I still have like 2 more little things to stick in here, so I'm not done yet. I'm probably gonna tuck the tags I made in here. Little snowmen. All right, this video has gone on too long. This is another little something. I'm not gonna open that. These little snowmen. There's a pencil and a charm and some sixlets in there, so you can share. I know you have one little one, Ebony. I don't know if he's 5 or 6. I know you have one little one, and the other ones are a little bit older, but even my older ones like to receive these little treats. And then there's just some snacks. There's a little bag with some snacks. So that's my swap with Ebony, who is sharing more here on YouTube, and I'll link her channel below. I'm already 30 minutes in, so thank you guys for watching. If you see anything or you have any questions, just comment below and I will respond to your questions. Again, thank you for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys again later. Bye.